Hey guys, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 14 of the Minecraft Transit Railway Let's Play series. Now, if you don't remember what happened in the last episode, or just simply forgot, we fixed design oversights in the depot build that we did in Episode 12. So, for example, we added lights to this upper portion here, because in Episode 12, when we built the depot, it was a bit darker in this section, so we just added some lights here to brighten it up. Now, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe, as it would really help myself out and the channel if you did subscribe, and let's see if we can get to 780 subscribers by the end of the month. Now, let's start the video. Alright, so as you can see here in the last episode, as this train pulls on here, we made fixes to design oversights that we did in the episode 12 build of this depot here. Now, it's funny that this train is pulling in today, because as you might have noticed, we only have one line, and that's line 1, right? You are probably familiar with line 1, and if you've been watching the series for a while, you might have known that in an earlier episode of the Let's Play series, I kind of wanted to build a high-speed line, in the system, but obviously I was working on other stuff at the time, so obviously I didn't have enough time to do it. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing in this episode of the Let's Play series. Now, as I said before, you are probably familiar with this line, the Plains Valley line. It goes between Plains Terminal, which is where we are before, overground for some time, and then into Plains Fields, as I can show you. I don't have a word for Plains Fields. I should probably add one. But yeah, basically, the trains then go into these tunnels, which we outfitted in Episode 9, overground for some time, and then curving into Lakeview Station, rather, and then continuing here for quite some time. Then it goes into Greenview, and then turns back, once again, before going into these tunnels, as you can see here, passing this SP1900, and then into Plains Valley, which actually looks pretty cool. So here's this train, using the old signs, by the way, and I'm saying that because I'm on another world that I'm working on that has a KCR resource pack, so it has like the KCR type sign. But anyways, resource packs aside, the train then goes under this city here, or village rather, and then into Plains City, because there are multiple villages atop here. And then into the tunnels again, where it then finally pulls into Plains Fields, which is the terminus of the Plains Valley line right now. Well, today we are going to be going back to Plains Terminal, because today what we are going to be doing, as I said before, is we are going to be building a high-speed line so passengers can get to and from, let's just say it's going to go between Plains Terminal and maybe Plains Valley. So to and from Plains Valley faster, instead of taking the regular Plains Valley line. And it's going to be underground to the best of my ability. And the train that we are going to be using today is probably going to be another C train, because we haven't used the C train in quite a while. Or maybe an airport express train, since, you know, this is technically going to be an express route. So we're going to start by building a siding. So we're going to go to here. I forgot that the blocks don't show up here, so I'll just type in siding rail, and also a rail node. And it's also going to be 200, I think it's going to be 201 blocks long, because more people are going to probably be going on this line as well. So I'm going to start here, and then we're going to right click. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And then we're going to do /TP 201, nope, that 201. I put the tilde at the beginning of two, obviously that's not going to be long enough. I put the tilde at the beginning of before the 201, so it indicates that we're traveling 201 blocks in the positive x direction, and then obviously you would put the tilde before negative 201 to show that we would go 201 blocks in the negative x direction. So that's just a tip if you want to go faster in different types of blocks, or interval of blocks. I think we're going to have it go here instead. So we're going to do the same thing, and boom, we end up here. Like that. And then we're going to have this be a turn back rail. And then do the same thing, but in the negative x direction. Oops. And there we go. And we might build a separate depot for this in a later episode. And now we've got our siding and turn back rail and siding. So now we're gonna go into the railway dashboard rather, and we are going. Oh no. Oh no, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, what happened to all our stations? They just, for some reason, don't show up here. Or this. Wait, what the? Wait, why does this show up? Yeah, there's... I have no idea what's happening here. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, there's clearly something wrong with the game. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna... Oh. Well, here's our train. And then we're gonna do 201 blocks in this direction. Oh, wow, we just got the whole thing by accident, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea why the game is acting this way. It's kind of weird in my opinion. We're gonna put on Oh! I don't think it's a problem with the game, rather it's a problem with this. The thing that I'm running it on, actually. But game issues aside, we can fix that later because, I think we can start with the Airport Express, and then maybe we'll add the C train later. Okay, so now what we can do is we now have the Airport Express train, which we're going to be using for the time being until, you know, we can use the C train. So this is the train we're going to be using for the high-speed express line because, you know, the Airport Express line train was, you know, made for speeds of that kind. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding, I don't know, maybe like is there 40? Yeah, there's 40. We're going to add a 40 speed stone rail connector. And now we're going to be going, what direction is this? Positive Z, okay. So we're going to go 15 blocks in the positive Z direction. So something like this. And then again, go up another 200 blocks. So something like this. There we go. And then basically doing the same thing on this side. This is where how long or how wide the platforms are going to be. So something like this. And now we're going to actually start the underground portion of things. So we're going to start here. And they're going to make sure to go directly under these tracks so the platforms blocks can line up. So right here, and then we'll go down, I don't know, maybe like this. Are we in the void? No, we're not in the void. And then basically do something like this. See how that looks. Oh shoot. That looks, is that? Yeah, that should be fine. And then we'll add a tunnel. So a tunnel creator, and we're gonna do it 5 blocks by 5 blocks. So like 5 by 5 tunnel. Yeah, that should be good. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. And there we go, we've got our tunnel. So it should be something like this. And now we'll do the same thing on this side, where we'll basically just be going down here, and then just going in this direction, and doing the same thing again. There we go. And then doing the same thing here. Let's see how this looks from this tunnel. If it'll be conflicting with it. No, it'll be fine. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks about the same. Whoops. And there we go. Alright, so now that that's done, we can start building the station for the Plains Terminal underground part. Except it'll be a bit longer than the one up, than the upper level one up here. Because the trains here are 6 cars, these trains are going to be 8 cars. Oh, I forgot I don't have night vision. Let me just give myself night vision. There we go, so now we got infinite night vision, and I think we'll disable the particle too. Okay, cool. So now we got night vision and we can see. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And as you can see here, the planes... Wait! Oh, these must both be 201 block. Oh, no. Never mind. Okay. I thought these both were 201 blocks long, but I guess not. Maybe I'll extend it at some point. I don't know. And there's train. So now we got an open area here for us to build our platform. So we're going to start with Plains Terminal here. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And there's Plains Terminal. We'll work on this later. Alright, now we're gonna build this way. And I think for this, since I believe this train goes up to 160 kilometers an hour. How fast is this part up here? Let me see. 160. So I guess I'll make this 200, I guess, to make it a bit faster than these trains going through here. Let's see. I mean, I don't think 300, 300 is fast, but that'll probably make it at like maybe 20 to 30 seconds per thing, and that's a little bit too fast. So I think we should do the quartz one. So it's still fast, but it's not too fast. Oops. And then let's see. Right here. Oh, shoot, I'm dying. Whew, that would have been close. You can see here that because these tracks are underground, and this is going... The MTR train sounds weird at 160 kilometers an hour. Anyways, because these tracks are underground and this is so close, is much more underground than this is, it's a bit closer because, you know, these are underground. So now we'll just do the same thing on this side, except now we'll just go to Greenview, or Lakeview rather, and then do the 15 block thing. Except now it's going to be the positive X direction. And then do the tunnel. And there we go. Now we can start building Lakeview. Oh, positive, yeah. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go, and then we'll add metal in between. Cave stuff. And then while that's doing its thing, we're gonna do this thing here. Or I could just go 15 blocks across here instead. And now I realize I went a block higher. Great. And then we'll do world edit. Yay, more cave sounds. This kind of does look cool though, this area down here. With the sun. I'm going to take a picture of that. Because, when the sun actually sets and the moon actually rises up here, the sun actually goes below the ground where it's here for most of the night, and then when the moon sets, then the sun goes back up, and then the moon does this, and then the moon and sun switch places. Here's a train though. Just fix that, and there you go. And now for the final track, we are going to be going to Plains Valley. And this part is actually going to be interesting because the trains, or the tracks rather, are kind of going to switch paths in a way. Hold on. What was it? Oh, it's -4. So we're going to have the track end here. There we go. And then add our regular tunnel creator. Here's a train. And then we're going to actually make this switching places part actually happen. This is going to be some... Oh, no, I didn't want it to be that. It's going to be some MTR stuff here. So now, basically what we're going to do... Man, I keep doing that. Now what we're actually going to do is we're going to make the trains... or the track go this way, up here. This is actually going to be really cool, though. can actually see it cross over right here, though, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side as well. So, something like this. And then as you can see here, this train will obviously go underground. And so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to have it go exactly in this part here. So this would be 672, or like 673? No, 67, okay, so 672x. So we're gonna have this part go eventually to 672 for the x. Oh, we just passed it. 672. And there we go. So it'll do a bit of a thing like this around the village. So it should be lined up, right? Yeah, it is. And then for the X over here, that would be 687. So this track over here would have to be 687 for it to line up. $687. Oh, that'll actually go through the thing. Oh, crap. You know what? That's fine. Because it'll be cool going through the village anyway. So, I don't think this villager will mind if we just destroy their house. So, now we'll just get rid of the roof so it can be easier to world edit. I'm gonna get rid of this. Basically going to be gutting the house as if it would be for sale. But it's not for sale. It's for demolition. So now we'll basically just do that. It'll also go through a farm too. Crap. Sorry guys, but I think I'll have to find somewhere else to get your food. Wow, that was a lot of items. You know what? I'm gonna take these items in consolation for the villagers. I'm gonna take these items and I'm gonna put them in one of their chests. Not like storage chests. In one of their houses. So maybe in this house over here. No, that doesn't have one. Maybe this house here. And now, we'll just go to Plains Valley. Plains Valley should be somewhere. I'll just follow where this is. I'll just go underground here to where Plains Valley is. And there it is right here. So somewhere here. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay. Then we'll build this. Oh great, there's a village up there. I don't think that would be an issue. And now that Plains Valley is done, we can actually start with this depot here. So, let's see. I think we'll do 40 again. Node. And this. And this. Man, why does everything have to always be in the middle of a village? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here because this village is obviously it's in the way. Forgot to, let me do that real quick. Okay, that's better. So now we're going to move this track over here so you know it doesn't conflict with this village in the way. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. There we go. And then we'll actually do the siding stuff. So now we could do the proper 200 blocks. Why does a village always have to be in the way of stuff? All the time. But we could just make it go underground. Oh, but then... Is this out of the way? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we're good. I could turn night vision off. Cool. Actually, what I could do instead is I could go down... Where's the track? There it is. Okay. I could just go down here and then just go 200 blocks. So, maybe Y0 would be good. Does sneak hold? Okay. Look at that. Looks crazy. Oh, there's a cat. And then we could just do 200 blocks again.
I mean, I don't know when
and there we go.
you're gonna eat, but I don't know what.
Oh, there's an MLR train. Let's go over there and check out what's there. Alright. So as you can see here, in this episode, we built a high-speed line to complement the Plains Valley line, or rather next to it, so passengers can get to and from Plains Terminal to Plains Valley faster. Now, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe, as it would really help myself out and the channel if you did subscribe, as I am trying to get to 780 subscribers by the end of the month, and I will see you guys in the next video.